Adventure Time doesn't have cringe humor. The way that Jake could get his shit off every now and then. The way that Finna get his shit off every now and then. The lemonade guy or the lemon guy. Yes, you can think that's funny, but it's cringe humor. Regular show, that's another regular show. Yes. Y'all don't want to accept the fact that y'all like cringe humor. That's all that is. Ladies and gentlemen, want to start this video off with some laughs and or get woke about some laughs. So that being said, the 7 levels of humor. Ravens by 50. No. The 7 levels of humor, like Ravens fans, like the Ravens fan season.
And at 17% African American, I am not from Wakanda.
Chat, who's like, duh, no matter what they say or do funny? Like, who's level 7 funny? I would say like the funniest guy right now in terms of like objectivity, not subjectivity, but objectivity, has to be like either like, and I'm not talking peaks, I'm talking like right now. I mean, I have to say Drewski is definitely dominating the social media, but I don't know who's like the funny guy of today. But I would say like Drewski's definitely dominating it in terms of like social media influence though. But let's see. And all time wise, I don't know. I'm a Cat Williams guy. I obviously have respect for Dave Chappelle, duh. But I didn't watch too much Dave Chappelle, so I've always been deferred to Cat Williams. I think everybody at some point in time was like, yo, Kevin Hart's hilarious, and he still is. But yeah.
I'm from like Wakanda.
Are you all right? No, you are all left.
You know, they say that humor is subjective.
Like, RDC could be funny, but I don't think of RDC, let alone Leland himself, as like comedians.
So it's a good thing I'm the subject and I'm gonna tell you that was awful. I've constructed 7 levels of humor in comedy, with 1 being the most primal and nonsensical humor. And 7 being intellectual jokes that deserve to be a higher level. Is this how you do a 7 levels? I don't know, but we're gonna go with it. Level 1. This is what I call the primal level. This is the most nonsensical level, and it also transcends language. You don't need to set up a punchline or even a wrinkle in your brain. Smooth head at. An example of this would be laughing at somebody falling over. Why do we laugh at this? Who knows? I ain't doing all that research. But there's really something about...
I'm like, yeah, I'm confused. Okay, so level 1 is literally like just random moments where like you're cracking up, you run away. I wouldn't call that level 1. Isn't level 1 then just like a smirk? But okay, so in terms of level 1, that will be where like y'all, the people y'all name come to light when y'all were starting to name like YouTubers and you know? Yeah, that would be where I would say everyone's level 1 humor. Where like, are you funny? Are you clever? Do you have a response in a roast or anything like that? But yeah, anything past that, I wouldn't know. This editing is reminiscent of early TSO. I have never edited videos like that. Yeah, I do not edit like this. This is like CJ the Champ type.
Watching somebody's misfortune, that just brings me joy. And I know I'm not the only one that's like this too. I remember watching America's Funniest Home Videos, you know that show? Deadass just compilations of people receiving fatal injuries. Nothing more to it. To prove why this is the lowest level, you could show, for example, the slowest person on Earth.
Where does the sun go when it get dark?
These fucking scholastic, bro. Yo, what they call that shit, bro? What they call that shit, bro? These two niggas, bro. These two niggas just be coming up with the dumbest shit, bro. They were like, yo, wait, so fish, like, like one day we just gotta go down a tangent of the shit that these two, Hood Research Department, thank you, I could not think of it. One day we're gonna go down a tangent of the Hood Research Department. Cause these two niggas, bro, holy shit, come up with the dumbest shit you ever heard in your life, bro. Shout out ZS.
I don't have an answer for that.
You could show them a video of somebody slipping on ice and they're gonna crack up at that shit. And at this level, you find that most of the jokes happen on accident.
Okay, so level 1. I wouldn't, but I think this is too broad. But let's see if he can really separate them into 7. I think this is too broad. I think level 1, he's right though. Is I would say level 1 is just like smirk, witty, funny, and this is more like level 2 would be like accidental, and then when he was talking about what Zeus and them is like a level 3. But let's see, maybe I'm being way too generous.
And something about that just makes it even more funny.
Does accidental humor be funny?
But then again, it's only really funny when you're not the victim. Story time. As a kid, I was playing soccer, right? Okay. It was a rainy day, and I got hit in the face by a ball that looks exactly like this. It felt like a fully primed charged shotgun right to my dome. I was suffering, and niggas looking at me like this. Evil world. But if I saw that, I know well I'm losing it.
Yeah, for sure. I ain't gonna lie, that's definitely facts. Like, chat, you ever fall hard, not slipped a little bit, but like fall hard as fuck, like bust your ass. I'm here to tell you, bro, if you saw yourself fall, you dying laughing. But when it's you sitting on your ass, your back, or your face, and you look up and it's dying at that shit only get you hot, bro. I ain't gonna lie. So I feel that.
And at this level, you also find things like loud equals funny, which if you completely
hot take, cold take, but it's cold when you say it, but it's hot because it's kind of like a thing that people still enjoy. Loud has never been funny to me. Like getting really loud, it never has been objectively funny. Seeing people kind of crash out, just the context of that sometimes is funny. But like loud equals funny, I know for a lot of people it does, and they deny it. But loud, and maybe that to me as well. Subscribe for hypocrisy potentially. But nah, loud for me personally, to say the least, it's never just been OD funny.
disagree with, you're just hating. You know, sometimes it is the case, but sometimes it's also just annoying.
A lot of people think I'm confident, but I'm actually just loud.
Oh no.
You know, not everybody needs to do stand-up, okay? Some people just need to stick to this first level. This level's stupid.
Being said, yeah, I will give him this. Especially if he's going to the stand-up route of it, then there is theoretically 7 levels, because a lot of these that we think are funny can't do stand-up to save their life. Stand-up is very hard to do.
But it's kind of beautiful, right? It proves that joy is everywhere, even if it's in other people's misery.
Hi? I'm Karthu from the content you've seen stolen on this stream, and you're watching TSO Sage.
Level 2. This level is the fucking stain on the earth that is brain rot. This one is a level above because it requires a set level of prior knowledge and liquidation of the brain. If you were to show an 80-year-old man this.
Garam mararam raraman mararaman dan madu dung 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 tak tuntung.
Oh God, this entire level isn't funny to me, bro. I hate this side of the internet. The fuck you level edit brain rot shit. I hate this kind of humor. I hate this kind of brain rot, bro. I don't know how niggas find this shit OD fun. I can't do it.
You are not getting a giggle out of bro. But if you were to show this kid who's on his 41st 6-7 of the day, he'll laugh to an early grave. This is going so low because, you know, obviously it's not anything of substance. I don't have to explain that. Bro, like, what even is this shit, bro? It's I don't know, but I'm low-key here for it because it's a cheap laugh. But I just can't give this level any credit because there's still no structure or timing, just...
Yeah, it's just weird shit.
And this is funny because it just so happens that somewhere along the way we just collectively decided that gibberish tomfoolery equals funny. I don't know. I can feel the literal fucking micro tears in my brain as I continue to talk about this subject. You know, I can say all these negative things, but if you catch me at the right hour, I'm losing it off this.
Oh, we love it.
Love-hate relationship with this level, no more. Level 3.
I have no love for that level. I never get it.
At this level, we have straight up just memes. If you operate at this level, you don't tell jokes, right? You just quote
I feel like level 1 is objectively kind of funnier than 2 and 3, though. I think 1 should be what 2 was. Yeah, slide them down and put 1 at 3 so far. I think it's different being funny on the phone and being funny in person.
TikToks and Reels.
Level 5 got Riz, Livy done rizzing up baby Gronk, Ice Spice what the dog doing, Skibbity toilet in real life only.
You can't really consider yourself a funny guy for using this.
What the fuck? What did he say?
At this level, you don't tell jokes, right? You just quote TikToks and Reels.
Level 5 got Riz, Livy done rizzing up baby Gronk, Ice Spice what the dog doing, Skibbity toilet in real life only.
What? Chat, if I ever get to a point where it's that bad, I'm retiring.
You can't really consider yourself a funny guy for using this one. You know, maybe your For You page just got it. But you have made it past laughing at people's misfortune and brain disease, and now you've become a human soundboard. I sound like I'm hating right now, but literally everybody uses this level. And let me elaborate because I feel like I didn't really explain what this level is. It's using memes.
Literally on my soundboard. Hell, on the soundboard as well. Like, I get it. Like, I genuinely get it. Everyone's going to be able to tap into memes, and maybe that technically means it's objectively funnier. But I think people use these jokes as a lazier way to get the jokes off and or to be relatable. You know what I'm saying? Like, true story. I'm not even slightly capping. Yesterday, literally yesterday, we was playing 2K with the guys. This was like way was it before or after? I don't know. We was playing 2K with the guys. And one of the brothers, man, look, not the best point guard we have on the team. Not even saying he's bad, but he's not the best point guard on the team. Chat, the nigga goes 0-8 from the field, 2 assists, 3 turnovers, grades out of the game. He does all of that, right, chat? Swear. Stamp, he does all that. He does all of that. Then he goes, you know what, bro? Y'all niggas over here turning your back after y'all said, all right, bro, I let you run point today. Now you ain't gonna fuck with me and shit. I'm done playing point guard. I swear to God, chat, 3 seconds later, this is all you hear in the party. Swear to God, chat, this is all you hear in the party about 2-3 seconds later. Niggas literally started saying yes. Niggas started doing yes chants. Niggas started playing this shit. Niggas are getting that shit the fuck off, bro. Everybody celebrated. Viva la Mexico. By God, he did it. He got him off point guard. It is crazy. It was insane. So all in all, what I'm saying is I think memes are, yes, low-hanging fruits. Yes, layup lines. But they're used to remind people of either a time or B, just to make something very relatable that we'll all understand without having to over-explain it. Furthermore, I do think it is a lower level than what level 1 has been shown. I think either this is intentionally backwards or he just has this wrong so far.
In conversation as like references rather than, you know, just memes by themselves.
Please subscribe for me to get a better light. Holy fuck, I might order one during the stream. God damn.
But anyways, memes are funny. That's sort of like their whole thing. And it's tough when somebody pulls out a good reference.
Sick reference though, bro. Oh, thanks, bud. Dude, your references are out of control. Everyone knows that.
The reason why it's so low is because it doesn't really require creativity. It's easy to just bring out memes. Yeah, obviously, sometimes you can be creative
Twitter
with it,
channels
but
are
people be
dedicated
doing
to
too much with that.
Copy lane mechanism into frat flick into 6-7 shoddy emote. Frat snap.
Okay, but it also incorporates the aspect of timing and delivery.
Yes,
but everything else, you're not really creating a joke. You're just saying something that people have already agreed is funny. Yeah. I stay spamming memes in my videos, so, you know, this is a little confronting. But true story, the other day I saw a guy sitting like this, and I thought to myself, bro, it's not Quandale Dingle.
It's Quandale Dingle here.
And hit one of these. I deadass felt disappointed in myself for that, but I did realize a cheap laugh is still a laugh. Another reason why I put this here is because I don't really laugh at memes, at least not really a full laugh.
I'm about to say, if you're a person that edits your videos like this and you make memes 24/7, 365 a part of your video, especially without face cam, yeah, it's going to be numb to you, trust and believe. It's kind of like for a while, basketball jokes weren't funny to me at all because I had to make basketball jokes and or hear basketball jokes all the time. So it just at some point loses its humor.
Hitting the quick little exhale out of your nose like this. But this level is still respectable. Level 4, like cringe humor. Okay, arguably the worst level here, but to explain it, it doesn't really make sense, sort of just laughing at people being cringy on purpose. But everyone uses it, everyone does it. You may have hit a couple, what the Sigmas, started Naruto running or T-Pop.
I was quiet because I had to think, somebody, yeah. So is this just objectively like what is the worst stuff? I don't know. Or maybe this is just out of placement. I don't know. Maybe he said in the intro why he's doing this, but it is what it is. Cringe humor definitely is like, it's an acquired taste. It's an acquired taste because how cringe someone can actually be funny. I'm not gonna say cringe humor has never made you laugh. No, that it actually unironically can be funny, but you have to go there. You have to be that cringy without being over the top. There's a threshold, and you have to be kind of like not even in the middle. You have to be like high class, but not over the top. Because once you're over the top, now you're one actually making people cringe, or two, you're just weird. But if it's like right in that threshold of there's no way this is happening, but at the same time cringy, it'll work for me personally.
Or something, or one of these.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck.
Whatever, you get the idea. This is a pretty common level. I've seen a couple TikTok.
Actually, you know, funny enough, I have a perfect example of cringe humor. That guy that goes around pranking his college campus like a Disney Channel bully is like the perfect level of cringe humor. No glaze to that nigga, but it's just funny as shit. He just walks around and he's just like, I'm Brad. Yeah, you want to take Stephanie to the dance? And the nigga sitting down, who's Stephanie? Like that shit's funny to me. Or Sly Honcho when he was doing the barbershop shit. I wouldn't even necessarily say that's cringe, but if it has to be cringe, that shit's funny. There's a couple of dudes that do that Riz bullshit on Instagram. I think a lot of them aren't necessarily funny, but the one guy that be ranking niggas overalls and shit, he's funny. I think you can have like a cringe style thing going on and be funny. You just can't cross that threshold of, okay, now this is actually weird.
Trends that operate at this level too, like whatever this shit is.
Yeah, no, but that's not it. And I don't even know if my examples necessarily define themselves as cringe, but I guess in context, I talked about being a Disney Channel bully, a barber, and or giving Riz tips of the day. I think those are objectively cringe per se, right? Those are cringe topics, but you can be funny within cringe topics. Maybe that's what I'm getting at. However, shit like this is not funny to me.
The reverse, though.
This is another.
Okay. Cheat code though, because this does expose something. There is one level to where even this can be funny. Non-stop cringe can actually be funny. Like if you don't like if you're doing some cringy ass shit and you unironically just don't stop, sometimes depending on what you're doing, it can be funny. I will say that.
The one where I don't really know where the funny
did this for like
is
4
being
straight
stored.
minutes, I know
My theory is
someone's
that it all goes back to Jim Carrey, who in fact did irreversible damage to comedy and cultivated millennial humor.
Oh no. Do you smell that?
But I'm not gonna go into that right now. Bro, but proper cringe when it's
That
not
was
for
like
the
level
funnies,
2 shit.
that shit hurts. Alright, secondhand embarrassment is
Oh
not
yeah,
a joke.
Adventure Time is the king of cringe humor. Yeah, y'all can't sit there and have these takes on cringe humor and then be like, I fuck with Adventure Time. Adventure Time is like king of cringe humor. That's exactly what Adventure Time does.
Like, just look at this clip.
90% of Adventure Time humor is cringe.
building.
Something about but I really like try not to cringe challenges, because at least for me, they're more like try not to laughs.
Bombastic side, bro.
Okay, let's go.
Is
It
it?
gets better. And if you don't already know,
Yes, Adventure Time does have cringe humor. I didn't even finish Adventure Time. I picked up Adventure Time with the Great Princess, the Ice King, the way that Jake could get his shit off every now and then, the way that Finna get his shit off every now and then, the Lemonade guy or the Lemon guy. Yes, Adventure Time for sure has cringe humor. That's not cringe humor. A lemon guy over the top going unacceptable all the time. Come on, come on. Like I said, you can think that's funny, but it's cringe humor. Regular show, that's another regular show. Yes, my mom, that's cringe humor. Am I high? I think y'all are biased because y'all like the show and you don't want to say you like cringe humor. That's the definition of it. My mom jokes, chat. What are we doing? That's textbook. That's textbook cringe humor. What are we doing? Jolly good show? That's textbook cringe humor. What are we talking about? Yeah. Y'all don't want to accept that y'all like cringe humor.
I'm on my intellectual arc.
Yeah, that's all it is. Y'all don't want to accept the fact that y'all like cringe humor. That's all that is. Because those are two like points of cringe humor. What?
So for this level, I'm proposing my theory for 3 acts relating to cringe humor. Number 1, Reddit accent. Alright, the Reddit accent is hard to explain, so just listen.
He looks like a freaking Kex worker. Well, if you freaking worked at Kex, maybe you'd realize it's actually a pretty cool establishment.
Any vocals with these mannerisms, that is a byproduct of cringe humor. Next, 2, voice lines. When you purposefully demonstrate audio clips that have been deemed cringe, you're operating at this level of cringe humor.
We are Ohio. In Ohio. Oh, in Ohio.
So every ooh or baka you hit. That was me, by the way, that hit them voice lines.
That shit, yeah.
So every one of these voice lines you hit purposefully.
For the anime fans out there, oh, absolutely, there's cringe humor in that shit. All the uwu Hokage Databayo shit. Holy hell, yep. That without a doubt, you partake in that. You peak cringe humor.
That's cringe humor. Damn, I said 3, but I can't be asked thinking of the 3rd one. Forget, nigga. Level 5. Irony. This is jokes about jokes, humor that is bad on purpose, so technically cringe humor, but that's its own level for some reason. But allow me to give you some examples of ironic humor. Something like playing a weird character as a joke. For example, this.
The ops want to tell me to straighten my shit. Press my shirt with an iron. How ironic. Seems like just last week I was flying down your block, pressing your men with the iron.
Or the better example being purposefully cringe. So we're just gonna go ahead and forget it.
So just being cringe on purpose. Okay, yeah.
About level 4. Okay. Sorry. Ironic humor would also be these types of t-shirts with the shitty quotes on them. Like you obviously know that shirt is lame, but you still wear it because it's funny. Maybe accept this.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
When is it ever okay to wear this shirt?
I get it. These are crazy examples, but I get what he's saying. Essentially, cringe humor that's just like over the top cringe is its own thing, but like kind of parroting cringe humor is its own thing. That's fair.
Never.
I get what
Also, you know that thing that people do where they explain a joke that was bad to make fun of the joke? There's this one British guy on TikTok that goes, so what is done there is... Okay, let me just show you.
If your house is cold, just stand in the corner because it's always 90 degrees there.
And what he's done there is, okay, so he's saying if you cold your house, go to the corner because it's 90 degrees. But what he's
not the funniest examples, but
on a right angle, it's 90 degrees. Like the angle is protracted up against it, it's 90 degrees. So obviously, if it's 90,
yeah, and also dad jokes. I was considering giving dad jokes its own level, but I think it best falls under here because dad jokes. The whole thing with them is the fact that they're not really funny. I don't know.
There we go. That's the perfect example. Dad jokes. Perfect example. Yeah.
I think anyone thinks they're funny.
Pretty funny, huh? It's like you're gonna unzip your table, huh? Just like the way you unzip your pants, huh?
Dad jokes are funny.
Level 6, satire and commentary. This is the level where humor's developed.
Okay, without a doubt, this is its own category for sure. Satire comedy is definitely where everyone is tapped into. This is where you're gumballs if you're a tot. This is where if you're slightly above tot, you're South Parks. You're honestly not even just that, but like half of you all in the chat watching right now kind of get these kind of jokes off where you're literally just saying shit to fuck with people, potentially even to make them mad or to parody a bigger issue in the world. Everybody gets satirical humor. The more you grow up, it's funnier to most people. This is a very common form of humor. Now I'm almost confident he's going to go to level 7 dark humor, which is valid as well. But satire humor is just everybody.
Trends and holding up a mirror that says, look at this. This is us.
Adrian.
And they fell in love, and they had Steven.
Hi. We
Steven
did this.
here.
In my life?
Lil Sam. That was my hood accent. You heard me? I said like Lil Sam. At level 7, I just have people that write jokes. So people like stand-up comedians who aren't shit.
Here's Arnold Schwarzenegger finding an onion ring in his fries.
What the fuck? Practical Jokesters is hilarious, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I will not let niggas slander it because it was getting a little bit of the ridiculousness treatment where it was on all the time, so it was slightly annoying. Nah, I'm not letting y'all do that. That show funny. that shit was funny, bro.
What is this?
I ain't seen it in a minute.
I did not want an onion ring. I wanted fries.
I ain't seen the newer episodes. I saw it pretty recently, but I ain't seen the newer episodes of it. I don't know how they still thugging it or not, but that shit was funny.
Some people suck dick and balls.
On that note, rather than reorder his thing, because I do think his order was a bit weird, but again, he explained it and I probably just missed it. I do want to point out an honorable mention because dark humor definitely is its own category. But gay humor as well is a thing. That's like a level 9. And it was recent. It's a recent thing. Granted, it's probably always technically been around, but at least in my lifetime, it came out of nowhere, kind of. I don't know when it started, but if I had to put pen to paper, I could kind of guesstimate. But for the most part, people just being like ODAO just for jokes, that definitely was a level of humor as well. What is your favorite style of humor? Honestly, I think slightly dark humor, but I feel like when you endorse that you like dark humor, it kind of gives a certain characteristic about you. And I personally don't want that characteristic about myself because I don't qualify as a person who like loves dark humor. You know what I mean? But I'm definitely a mix of dark humor, satirical humor, and not cringe humor, but like dad joke cringe humor. You know what I mean? I'm like a mix of those three. I like a good troll. You know what I'm saying? Let me know what your favorite form of humor is. Take care. Stay blessed.
I could never do stand-up a day in my life. Them niggas bold.